The state of plus size fashion in Canada is actually quite pathetic. And I'm not sure people outside of Canada even realize that. Hi, my name is Danielle, just in case you didn't know, now you do. And today we are talking about what it's like to shop in person and online for plus size clothes in Canada. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the rise and fall of Penningtons. I might address Torrid and any other brands that ship to Canada or have options to shop in Canada in person, but Penningtons is the one who is incurring my wrath today. A little backstory. When I was 16 years old, I actually got a seasonal job working at Penningtons in my local city, Kingston, Ontario, and I still shop at that Penningtons to this day. Now granted, I haven't been in the store physically in a couple of years because of the pandemic and all of that, but oftentimes if I can shop online and they have the item in store, I will either choose to pick it up from the store or I will have it shipped from the store directly if I can, okay? I also used to work at Reitman's, I wouldn't call it the sister store, but the way the Penningtons brands work is actually owned by the Reitman's family, okay? And they have several brands under it. They've since closed a few, but I worked at Penningtons when I was 16 years old, and I remember that specifically because I was going to get my driver's license and I failed my G2 test and had to redo it while I was working at Penningtons. So it sticks in my mind very distinctly. And not gonna lie, it was a very drama-filled store. They had a lot of rules for working there. You couldn't wear out-of-season things. You couldn't wear colors that weren't available in the store. And oftentimes, like, you got 50% off of any of the clothes you could wear to work, okay? So that was great. And while I worked at Reitman's, even though I didn't fit in any of the clothes at Reitman's, I could get a discount from Penningtons instead, as long as I bought clothes that match the aesthetic of what was available in Reitman's, because you didn't want people hyping up your outfit and then not being able to buy it, right? It created a culture of consumerism within the company, like within the associates that worked there, and you were always forced to be spending a lot of your paycheck on new clothes. That's not even the problem, okay? My problem is that Penningtons actively advertises that it goes up to a size 32 on all of their online ads, and I will put the receipts on the screen here of all the screenshots I've taken because my phone is full of them. On their SEO in the back end, when you search Penningtons, it says 14 to 32, okay? 14 to 32, plus size clothes, okay? And it feels kind of like they don't actually want to be dressing real fat people. I'm not saying that their clothes aren't cute. I buy a lot of clothes from Penningtons. In fact, what I'm wearing right now, except for my bra, is entirely from Penningtons. And the only reason why the bra isn't is because I bought it from Torrid, because Penningtons doesn't make bralettes above a 4X. Yes, that is correct. Every time I've gone to buy a bralette that they've got, it's only ever gone up to a 4X. And I've talked to people in store about it and said, this is ridiculous. And they said, the only way things will change is if you make a stink about it. And making a stink about it, I'm doing this. I've sent emails, I've left comments, I regularly leave comments on their Instagram. When is this thing gonna come in my size? When is this thing gonna come above a 28? When is this thing gonna come in a 5X even? And Penningtons has been around my entire life. Before I was born, Penningtons existed. I've been shopping in Penningtons since I was about 12 years old, okay? Because I have been fat my entire life, okay? My first real shopping experience was in a Penningtons as a tween, trying to find cute clothes. This was in the time of their MXM line. If you've been fat that long, you know what I'm talking about. It was their teen line, or their early adult line probably, but it definitely like was aesthetically pleasing for a teenager, right? I loved the MXM line, okay? Everything up until that point in Penningtons was made and styled for the older crowd because that's who shopped there. And Penningtons finally wised up to the fact that young people are fat too, okay? And they need clothes. Penningtons, at that point in time, at least I didn't notice it, made pretty much everything they offer in their full size range, 14 to 32. They also made a concerted effort to make a lot of petites because I'm sure it's very hard for fat short people to find things because the assumption is that fat people are also tall. I'm tall, but not all fat people are tall, okay? And they also were the only place I could find tall plus size work pants when I needed them. So I have been spending a lot of my money for years at Penningtons. And I'm getting a little tired of their size range getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Pre-pandemic, I used to actually do like dressing room videos from my store here in Kingston. And at the time, the manager of that store was someone I worked with when I was 16 years old, okay? She wasn't a manager then, but she was a manager when I was shopping pre-pandemic. I don't know if she still works there, but Jocelyn, you are my favorite Penningtons employee ever. And I say that because I know she watches these videos sometimes. I love Penningtons, and I'm saying these things may get me canceled in some way by Penningtons. I don't care, because they need to wake up and finally see what they're doing is not right for their clientele. The other day, I got served an ad, okay? And it was for the Additional line at Penningtons. Additional used to be a completely separate store owned by the Reitmans family, under the Reitmans brand. It was all entirely plus size. But it always was more edgy, more fashion forward, if you can say that about plus size clothes. And it also had a much smaller size range. Right before they closed down all of their stores in like the last couple of years, they actually expanded their size range to go up to a 5X and I think a 28 or a 30 in pants or dress size, right? And I can tell you that 5X still fits small, but I have several pieces from Additional pre them closing down their stores, and maybe even post closing down their stores. I can't quite remember. But I have Additional pieces, and they're 5X, and they fit a bit small, but they still fit on my body, okay? But now, when I click on an item from Penningtons, and it comes up as Additional, I automatically know it's probably not going to come in a 5X. It's definitely not going to come in a size 30 or 32. In fact, I've regularly seen items that come in a size 12 and go up to a size 24. That is not Pennington's size range. Pennington's size range is a 14 to a 32. They are very clear about that it is 14 to 32. I don't care that they're carrying a size 12. What I care about is that they're leaving out a huge chunk of their customers by not making it, and by not making the larger sizes. The most frustrating part is that Penningtons owns the Additional brand, so they have the power to make these clothes. They're already making them in their other lines, right? Another observation I had when I used to shop in person a lot, every time I would find something in my size, it would be the boring color. It would be black. It would be brown. It would be the dull, non-patterned things, okay? It would not be the brightest color. It would not be the loudest pattern. Apparently, the largest size doesn't want to wear the fun patterns, the fun colors, etc. Which we all know is bullcrap, right? We know that a 6X wants to wear all of those same things. We want to wear the cool jeans. We want to wear the trendiest items. But you're just not making them. You're not making them in our size. You're not making them in the colors that are the same as everything else. And Penningtons does a fun little trick on their tags. If you haven't worked there, you maybe don't notice this, but on the tag, it'll actually have a little size range printed. And it'll be like X to 6X or X to 5X or 14 to 30 or 14 to 28 or 12 to whatever. And that tells you exactly the size range that item comes in. So I'm not going crazy when I look at the tag and say, or when I'm looking at the rack and I see no 6X or no 5X, right? I can look at the tag and clearly know that this never came in the largest size. It is already heartbreaking when we go into a store like Torrid and see signs everywhere that say 6X is, or 6 is exclusively available online, which again is bullcrap. But being able to look at the tag and say, we never even bothered to make it in your size, is just one of those heartbreaking things. You're just like, I love this thing. I'm in a plus size store, so obviously it should come in my size, right? Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. I have cried in that dressing room many times because I've walked around the store and picked up things that I thought were cute, you know, looked all over, go through the racks. They do a handy thing where they size the racks so they're in size order. You just go to the back of the rack, pick up the biggest size, except it stops at a 5X, stops at a 4X, stops at a 28, stops at a 26, right? That is incredibly frustrating. And when you grew up with Penningtons being the only option to shop at, and now they don't even carry most of the items in your size, unbelievable. They're doing incredible things on social media. They're incorporating real fat people and real plus size influencers into their campaigns. But they're missing the point. They're not making things in their full size range. I can forgive just a teeny tiny bit the fact that they carry the Calvin Klein like bras and underwear, you know, the ones with that say Calvin Klein. I can forgive that those don't come up to a 6X because Calvin Klein themselves doesn't make a 6X. What I don't forgive is that their own items that they make or they buy don't come in their full size range. I'm still a little mad that I can't get all items in the store or online in my size, but at least they carry them now, you know? It's really frustrating to know that their underwear, it comes like the actual like underwear part, you know, the panties. Oh, I hated saying panties. Anyway, the underwear, they come full size range, X to 6X. That's amazing. But their bras are a bit more limited. And I've already talked about the bralettes only coming up to a 4X. I'm sorry, but I have bought their bralettes before. I bought this one that came with like pads in it, and I don't know. Basically, it's a 4X. I bought it in 3 colors, and I wear it when I want to forget I have boobs. That's how crushingly small it is. And it fits on my body, but it doesn't fit well, and it's not comfortable, and I shouldn't be in pain at the end of the day because I had to buy something at least a size smaller than I actually needed, okay? We shouldn't have to suffer just to get the clothes that we need on our body. Alright, so I was on their new arrivals section today. Just in the new arrivals, there was 399 items, and then when I sorted to all of their largest sizes, which also includes shoes, because Penningtons is like a dress you head to toe kind of store. They have shoes, they have bras, they have underwear, they have outerwear, they have purses, they have jewelry, sunglasses, watches sometimes, hats in the winter. They literally have everything you need. You could get an entire outfit head to toe from Penningtons, okay? And I love that they carry wide width shoes too. That's amazing. And they carry up to a size 12, which is almost unheard of everywhere else, right? And a 12 wide at that. So their shoes are not the problem. Their shoes are pretty much the only good thing they have going on right now, in fact, because of the size range and the selection. But when I filter 4 sizes, 12 wide, 32, and 6X, which are all of their largest sizes, I didn't include the petites because I kind of forgot at this point in time. I apologize for that oversight. When I picked those three sizes, which are usually the sizes I sort for on the site anyway, because I'll start there, and then I'll go to 5X if I need to. It came up with 83 items, from 399 to 83. And now that's the new arrivals. So then I went and did this same thing in their clothing category, which is everything on the site, okay? Including shoes. So their clothing is 1,202 items with no changes, like no filtering, okay? So when I filtered, again, the same sizes, it gave me a result of 206 items. From 1,202 to 206. And I would say about a quarter of that was pajamas. Because Penningtons does really good pajamas if you like nightshirts and stuff, which I do. This blows my mind. And it's not even that the items are sold out. It'll still show you if it's sold out of your size, but these are items that don't even have the option for a 6X or a 32 or a 12. That's a lot. So then I started looking under things like, I saw these really great on the like homepage, great wide leg jeans in an outfit they'd styled. And I was like, I really need a new pair of wide leg jeans. And they're so cool looking, right? Not a single pair. There was not a single pair of wide leg jeans. I went to the wide leg pants. Just basic wide leg pants, like dress pants, you know? Because even I can find this on Torrid once in a while. Because they're notorious for having like skinny jeans, leggings, you know? No. In fact, nothing in the wide leg pants section came in my size. They had some amazing photos and really great models and just like outfits I want to wear, right? Aspirational outfits that I would put together to look this cool. These outfits are just cool. They're good looking. I want to wear them. But yet these pants only come in a size 12 to 24 range, not even a 26. I don't know. It just does not sit right with me. It is infuriating to see that there are no options in the coolest, the trendiest version of the clothes. So like the only only wide leg pants I found on the whole website that I thought maybe might fit me was a pair of drawstring jeans. And I don't know if that's like a thing. They're wide leg. They come up to a 5X though. So these better be really effing stretchy jeans if I'm gonna fit into them, right? Like, for the most part I can fit into a 5X on top because my top is smaller. But when you gotta go around the tummy, it's really hard to do in jeans that are a size too small, right? I like breathing. I don't want to go in store and shop in a place where I'm pretty much guaranteed to not find a single item in my size. It's not all that exciting if you know you're not going to get to take anything to the fitting room to try on. And because I've been wearing Penningtons clothes for so long, I can look at something and tell if it's a 5X, if it's going to fit on my body or not. I don't even need to try it on. You know how people are like, try it on, see how things fit. You don't know, store to store. I have been wearing this brand since I was 12 years old. I know how it fits. I am not surprised in the least when I'd go to try something on that's a 5X that I knew it's not going to fit, but yet I tried it on anyway, just for hope of a miracle, okay? There's never a miracle. Here's what I'm asking, Penningtons. This part's just for you. You can all stick around, but Penningtons, look at me. Make all your items in all the sizes you offer, or actually come out and say it that you don't want your fattest customers to be wearing the same items that your smallest customers get. So either just say you're fat phobic or start making everything in your sizes. How about that? I don't think it's a big ask because you're already doing it for some of your items, so you can be doing it for all of your items. Your larger sizes have money to burn, and considering our options are you and Torrid, wouldn't you rather we shop with you? Anyway, that's my rant for today. I really don't think Pennington is that bad. I will continue to shop with them, but you know when your mom just says, I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed. Well, Penningtons, I am disappointed in you. And it feels like what you're doing is intentional, excluding the largest sizes. I want those cool pants. I want the additional line. I want all of your Penningtons items and your pen stuff to come in all sizes. And if you're also Canadian, and actually American because they do ship to the States, I feel like it's our duty to politely start demanding via email, customer service lines, Instagram comments, Instagram story replies, that they start making everything in their full size range. You can tell them I sent you if you want. Tag me in the comments. I'll be there to cheer you on. Every single time I leave a comment like, I love this item so much and would love to be able to buy it in my size, and I tell them what size I want, someone else will come along and say, me too, at least one person. Or they will like the comment, or they will reply and say, I would kill for this outfit. I get so many replies back from other customers, but never a reply back from them. And at one point in time, Penningtons used to follow me on Instagram. Me, with my tiny little few thousand follower account. Now I can confirm they don't follow me anymore, which is fine. You know what? You clear out your follows. They're only following about 1,100 people, so I'm not one of them. That's fine. I understand. I know I'm not alone in feeling these things, and I feel like it's time that we start speaking up about it and we say it's not fair that you are making these clothes, manufacturing these clothes, buying these clothes and putting your label in it and not making it your full size range. If you feel the same way, I would love for you to leave a little comment of support down below and politely go over to one of their posts on Instagram and start requesting the largest sizes in all of their items. I feel like this could be a movement that we could get some action, but I don't know if I have the people to do that, so I'd love your help. Anyway, thanks for listening to my rant. I hope you gained something out of it, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!